Hello.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. Yep. All right. So, first of all, I just wanted to, where music starts, just go into like the recording rituals. What are your recording rituals? What type of environment do you make your best work in?
When I'm recording, I like the vibe, man. It's about the lighting in the room. I like it to be dim, sometimes completely dark.
Yeah.
Do a couple candles, just some good smells.
hmm
Just calm energy is what I like to record in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a very um, you know, like peaceful studio environment. Do you like having like other people around you while you record, or do you kind of like doing it yourself, you and the recording engineer?
It really varies. Really, for me, it depends on the vibe and the really the mood I'm in. Sometimes I like to, it depends on the song as well. Like if it's like a more vulnerable song, I probably want to be by myself
Yeah.
with just the engineer and just in the dark.
hmm
But if it's more of an upbeat song or a crazy song where I'm like, I think it's hard or I'm trying to, say some crazy bars, I definitely need people around me.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay. Um, so we are Radio K. We're based out of Minneapolis. Just wanted to go into like performing and stuff. Have you ever performed in Minneapolis, Minnesota, or like?
I feel like I have. I feel like I have because I remember. I know I've been to a gun range out there, and I don't know. I wouldn't have been at that there doing that if I wasn't. But I do think we had a stop there on the tour, the Griselda tour, a couple years back.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, cool, cool. Well, next time you're here, definitely pop out to the studio. It'd be great
Oh,
to
for
have you.
sure. Of course.
Yeah. Speaking of performing and stuff, what's your favorite place that you've performed? I know you've been overseas, you know. I saw a story about that. You were overseas and some lady who didn't even speak English came up to you and was like, "Wow," like
Yeah.
she didn't even know what to say. She just grabbed you and said, "Wow." Like I know
Yeah,
you've
that
been
did happen. Yeah, and this she called her mom on FaceTime. That was crazy. That was in like I think that was in Norway. But my favorite place that I performed, I think, is in Paris. The
Paris.
energy was like phenomenal out there. Like it was so crazy. I don't know what they do out there, but it's a lot more free. Like the expression and the energy of the crowd. That was like crazy turn.
Yeah, wow, definitely. I bet. Yeah, no, Paris is an amazing city. I've always wanted to go, but just heard a lot of good things about it. Uh yeah, no, I I went through a lot of your songs and your new albums. Amazing. They're both
Thank
like
you.
the joint album and the one Self Love 3. Very
Yeah,
good
yeah.
albums. Something that caught my eye, you had Conductor Williams beat on
Hmm.
the duo album.
Yeah.
How was that experience? How was like, rapping over a conductor beat?
Doing a conductor beat finally was crazy for me. Um, I actually had that beat for a couple years, to be honest, and I didn't know what to do with it really. And then
Mm-hmm.
when me and Shay were going through beats or trying to put the sounds together for the Desire Crowns album, I was like, I think I got this crazy beat we should use for this because sometimes you don't know, you have a crazy producer, you don't know if you want to keep it for yourself or. But I'm like, nah, this would be dope on this album.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got the beat from West Side Gun
Mm-hmm.
a couple years ago.
Wow.
He he was like, "Yo, I got this beat and I know it's for you." So Wes gave me the beat, and then like I said, I think I recorded a song to it on my own, and then I didn't know what to do with it, like I said, and then I just like kind of scrapped that song.
Mm-hmm.
And then when me and Shay were going through, like I said, building a sound for this album for Desire Crowns, I was like, I think it goes on here.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Um what was your next question I have here is like what was your like aha moment where you were finally getting, you know, noticed and taking more seriously. I know you've had, like, throughout your career, I did some research, you know, I saw that you did take, like, a couple, like, you know, little pauses. I don't know if you want to call them breaks, but, like, little pauses. How was, like, when you finally got your, like, noticed and, like, with these connections that you have, how was that moment?
I'm trying to think. I don't know that there was a specific moment.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was just seeing my peers. Like, I've known Benny. I'll just talk about Benny. I've known Benny for so long, and we talked about things it for so long, and it always seemed like he and I were both always trying to figure something out for so long. And then I think I was performing with them, and just seeing the people from another city just lined up crazily for me made it like, okay, this is just real. Like, so I don't think there was a moment in particular that made it like, okay, you've gotten to a certain point, but it's just the seeing the results of your work, kind of like, you know, this is outside of the city. This is outside of Buffalo now. People lined up around the corner, and we are in other cities, and people tapped in other cities. So for me, it's just about consistency at that point, just continuing on. The other times where I stopped or took breaks, it was only just because it was like I didn't feel like I was having real traction.
Yeah.
But then that's what I mean. After a while, seeing the results and seeing people lined up and seeing people know your words, it's like, oh, okay, I should keep going.
Yeah, no, I bet that is an amazing feeling, especially with that, like, you know, the little stories you get, and like the girl calling her mom and all that. It's just, they don't even speak the language, and they know your songs. That's amazing.
Right. There's crazy stuff, like somebody named their daughter Love, like a baby was born. Wow. And they named just stuff like that. It's like just noticing the impact you're making.
Yeah, wow, no, it's amazing. Like, as me personally, just so you know more about me, because, you know, I like doing interviews and making it kind of like a conversation instead of just me drilling questions at you. But I'm also, like, I'm a DJ, like, I DJ weddings and parties and stuff, and I also, like, do sing myself as well. So, like, that's a little bit about me. I work at the radio station here, Radio K, run the Vanguard section of it, which is our hip-hop and R&B section of the university's radio station. So yeah, no, it is very like inspirational to hear about that. And yeah, I do really look up to that. Moving on, I bet you've answered this question a lot, but how did you come up with the name and the spelling? Love the Genius.
Love the Genius. The name came from me looking for something that I felt like represented me as a person and also me as an artist. I feel like the definition of love is so many things. It's, you know, it's kind, it's hard, it's crazy, it's sweet, it's, you know, all these things. And I feel like that's what my music is. The genius part is, it's because I'm a genius, I'm going to be honest. and then the spelling, it really is because I didn't like how L-O-V-E looked, to be honest. I just didn't like it. And at the time when I first started looking for a new name, because of course I've had a million names, I was really into numerology at that point. And the meaning of 7 and learning about all of that was just like, this would be dope to flip the L, you know, 7. The X, I just didn't like how the O looked next to the 7.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, that's a cool story for the. I really like. It's just aesthetically pleasing to look at how you have it done.
Thank you.
It's very cool, unique. Actually, my first song as well, I did some, like, I turned the I to a 1 or something like that. So yeah, I do get that. Yeah, right. And then I do see, I have written down here, you used to go by Platinum. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was where did the platinum come from? Where did that name come from?
I had that name when I was a child. That was from when I was like 11 years old. I don't remember. I think that just came from my grandma, to be honest. My grandmother used to say, because I've been doing music my whole life, to be honest. And my grandma used to say, like, you know, you're going to go platinum, just stuff like that. And I just, at the time, it was like I was a kid. Like, but that's also the reason why I changed my name to Love, because I was like, I don't want to be 62 years old being honored and then they call platinum and then I come out. Like, I didn't want that for myself. So I feel like I would feel better as an older artist coming out being called Love, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It seems like you like look into the future all the way,
right?
You know? Yeah, no, that makes sense. So yeah, you were probably expecting this, but definitely I wanted to get into some Conway questions too, you know. Yeah, you were you were signed to Drumwork Music Group, and
I was, I'm not anymore.
You were, yes. How was that whole era and that experience and just being on tour?
Being with Drumwork was pretty dope. I learned a lot. It was pretty cool. I would say that the best part for me was the fact that I knew those guys. Just like we're from the same city. I've known Skis for forever. I've known Conway since forever, you know, so it just felt good to come into the industry with some people I knew and build something, or try to build a sound and kind of branch out from what the Griselda sound was. So it was a dope time. Touring, I learned a lot as far as building a team, the logistics of touring and all of that, because when I first started, it was just like about the hype and the rapping, you know, and I didn't know how touring really worked. And Conway does a lot of touring, and you know, he broke that down for me. So it was a good era for me, I would say. Yeah,
that's cool. And I found that Brown Band Sound, that's your own label, right?
Broad Band,
yeah. How does it work, and what's your what's your niche? What's your goal? Do you have any artists in the work? Anything big coming up?
Yeah, so I do. Broadband Sound is my label. I've actually, every single album I've ever released has been on Broadband Sound, except for Death of Deuce, which was before Self Love 3. So every other thing, even the album with me and Shay, Self Love 3, the Genius tape with DJ Green Lantern, Self Love 2, those are all on Broadband Sound. I have distribution through Rock Nation. I was able to do that on my own. And I do have a couple artists. The first artist, his name is Lil Sos. We're about to start, gearing him up for Top of the Year for 2026. He's been on Self Love 2. He's on the song Affluent, and he's also on Self Love 3 on 911. So I've just been sprinkling him, you know, letting people get comfortable with his sound, and we're about to definitely push him for 2026 with Broadband.
Okay, cool. That's exciting stuff going on. So I was gonna go on to your lyrical side. So you would say you're a pretty lyrical artist, right?
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty lyrical.
Yeah. So what are these artists' like inspirations? Do you also like do you only listen to lyrical stuff, or do you also like branch out into like the more pop stuff? What's your favorite artists in general? Favorite inspirations? You know. So
I'm so happy you asked me this. I actually, most of my time when I'm listening to music, it's not lyrical at all.
Really?
Like at all. I like good energy. Not saying lyrical music is not good energy, but that's what I try to make. Like, because sometimes it's a little bit dry. Like, it's a little hard. It make me feel like I gotta go do something. Like I'm about to go, I don't know, somewhere cold when I'm listening to people rap hard. So I like listening to music that's fun and upbeat.
Yeah, definitely.
So I try to make lyrical music that's more upbeat or melodic. But my favorite artists, I mean, my influences are like Andre 3000,
definitely,
Jay-Z. My favorite rapper of all time is Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G.
and
Scarface, and of course Missy Elliott. But when I'm listening to music, it's not lyrical for the most part. No,
Yeah.
but I do listen to lyrical rappers just to like, like see what's going on. But it just so happens that this is how I rap for real. Like this is the stuff that I have to say and it's lyrical. But I don't just sit around listening to that all day.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, no, cool. Yeah, I did see like in a previous interview or something, you did state that you do you still connect with like Drake's music and stuff? I know you're into like
Drake, yeah, for sure. I
stuff.
I didn't want to say, but I really, most of the time when I'm listening to music, it's like people singing. It's not really rap. Like I listen to Drake, but I also don't think of him as like, I think of him as a rapper, but like he doesn't just, crazily just rap. He sings and gives you the vibes. I'm just about the vibes, to be honest, man.
Yeah, definitely. I like his music too. Say what you will about him as a person, but like, I have I do separate art from the artist sometimes, and
yeah, for sure,
to do that. But yeah, moving on. So your joint album with Shay and Self Love 3, could you kind of give us like a little explanation, like the idea of each album? Like, what are you trying to express? What like artistic value do you have in those albums?
Yeah, for sure. So Self Love 3, I would say the Self Love series, I actually started them during COVID. So Self Love 1 came out 2020. And I pretty much made them like every 2 years. Those albums are very expressive and emotional. And like those albums kind of just come to me. I don't really, clearly I make them and write them, but those are more like life albums. Like I live life, and then life is like, it's time to record an album, and then I make a self-love. But the third one that just came out was the last one that I'm actually going to do, because that's why we did Desire Crowns after that, because it's a lot harder. Desire Crowns is straight back to hip hop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where Self Love 3 is introspective and emotional and, like I said, just vulnerable, and just that's actually me. And then Desire Crowns is back to my skill and back to rapping. So that's how I would explain it. Okay. And that's why I'm happy I put both of them out. We put both of them out too, because it's like if you listen to Desire Crowns, you will be like, okay, this is a super rappy rapper. But then you gotta listen to Self Love 3 to get into who I am.
Yeah, no, definitely that makes sense. Definitely a different like idea that you're giving out for each album. Yeah. I like that. I know there's a couple songs where you do get that I listen to. I bet you have more, but there's a couple of songs that I did listen to that you got, a little bit melodic and stuff. Do you ever plan on like diving into like singing and stuff, like the R&B that you listen to?
I think I'm too shy. I think I'm too shy to just really sing. Because I could like sing more than I've been singing on songs. I could sing more than that. Like I could, but I think the thing is that I have to perform, and I'm too shy to sing in front of crowds of people. So I don't know. I might just start to like do it under a different name or something like that, or it's just like low key and it's out. But singing is super expressive and super emotional for me. Yeah. And I don't know about performing that.
I see. Yeah. Do you have any songs off the top of your head that like you can think of and be like, oh, like I was low-key kind of singing in that? Like, do you have any like...
Oh yeah, for sure. I know that on Desire Crowns, I do a lot of, I can't say that I have yet, there's been any songs that I put out yet that I've been like full on singing how I could sing, like, but I've done a lot of melodic stuff. I know on Conway's song, on Andre 3000, the song is called.
Yes.
I sang on the hook on there.
Yeah.
So I would say that was pretty dope. I like the it's like more melodic on Desire Crowns. Me and Shay on the Amina song.
Mm-hmm.
I was singing kind of melodically on that hook. And then on 911, but that was more, I don't know, that was just me being emotional.
Yeah.
Really.
I see. Yeah, no, I'm definitely I'm always into the melodic stuff too as well with
Yeah.
lyrical. Um it's good to that like you have both sides of the coin with that, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Um Yeah, so you've done a lot of features, and like I was just wondering, what was your favorite artist to work with? Like what made the chemistry good when you're in the studio like with another artist? What do you look for? What do you like? What do you don't like? Um Also, like just kind of with that, do you like being in person with the artist, or do you just kind of like sending stems over better?
Most of the time I like to send stems over,
Mm-hmm.
but it depends on the artist. For the most part, I like to send things over, but sometimes, like me and Shay, we recorded our whole album together, and that was like a dope experience. But that's because we have our creative energy. We bounce off of each other. Like the vibe is right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's people got different energies and stuff when they're making stuff, you know. So I like, if I'm in person, I need it to be a person that's on the same vibe as me. Like when I was with Drumwork, sometimes I would send files, but sometimes I would be in the studio with Conway, and that was always good. When those times are happening, it's more so like, you know, I feel like you can make the best music that way because it is a vibe, like the
Mm-hmm.
energies, and you bounce off of each other. But also, you just want to impress each other, kind of, you know, like, especially with Shay and with Conway, you want to, you know, say something important while you're in here recording. So I would say that.
Okay. Any favorite concert or performance that you had? It could be anywhere, anytime, just like one, if you had to choose one out of all the times you've performed.
Yes. Yeah, I would say the first time on the Conway, I was on tour with Conway and we performed here in Buffalo. And I would say that was the first time that I performed in Buffalo in some years, like in years, since I was like a child.
Yeah.
And so that was like one of my favorite performances, just because it felt good. It was a lot of people I knew, you know, people who hadn't seen me in a long time. And at the same time, it was me kind of announcing or, you know, showing myself as a signed artist at that time. So I would say that was a dope performance. And also I would say I did Rolling Loud, and that was really dope too.
Yeah, no, I bet.
Conway did Rolling Loud, and I was able to come out.
Cool.
That was just dope because it's Rolling Loud. It was fire.
Yeah. Which city was that Rolling Loud in?
That was New York.
Rolling NY. What year was that?
I think 23.
23. Okay, cool.
23 or 24. No, I was 24.
Cool. Yeah, no, definitely. I would love to check that out after. Yeah, but moving on, you came up in Buffalo. How did that city shape your sound and your writing? I know you have like mentioned that Buffalo, it was kind of hard to find those outlets, but once you did, how did this city help you?
The city, it really built me, I would say. The sound, like if you come to Buffalo in the wintertime especially and listen to the like my music, it's gonna be like the perfect thing. Because the sound and the color of the city is like gray, you know, it's cold, it's people moving slow, people also moving fast, trying to get out the cold, and it's like a harsh city. It's also like, people are noticing it now, but I mean, like, it's kind of an underground city. Like it's kind of an untapped city, and that's the sound and the energy of the music as well.
I see. What's something in your writing that people overlook, or like don't maybe won't catch in the first like listen, but like something that's just like like that it's there and you want people to kind of pick up, but it doesn't go into their heads like first listen, if that makes sense.
Um, I would say it's a couple little things, but for the most part, the main thing is that for every verse that I make, the ending is always going to wrap up the beginning. And I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if people know that because I sometimes speak or rap in metaphor so much that I don't know that it always connects. Clearly, the clear bars that are obvious, you get them, but there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of double and triple entendres in the things I say to connect back to the beginning of every verse I do.
Mm-hmm. I see. Also, just a little fun question, just curious, like how is it working with such like like very big names such as like West Side, Conway? Like how do you still get like kind of like starstruck, or is it kind of that you just see them as like friends?
Yeah, no, I just see them as friends. Really, I think certain things are cool because like sometimes you don't see each other for a couple weeks or a couple months, and then it's like a new level of something. Like
Mm-hmm.
especially with Wes, he'll come with a different vehicle or something that's like, oh, okay, it's just like showing the different levels of level up.
Yeah.
But it's really like we're really peers
Mm-hmm.
because we've all really been doing this for so long. That's what I'm saying. It's like the world is just now paying attention to it, but we
Mm-hmm.
kind of been doing this for so long before people paid attention. But now it's like nice to be like, oh, look at this watch I got now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. uh has there ever been a moment in the past where you have been like starstruck, by someone that you met, or like you were
Yes,
kind of still
for
in
sure.
awe? Who were
Yes.
these like people, artists?
I was starstruck when I met Jay-Z.
Wow.
Sure. I met Jay-Z. I was starstruck. I was I don't know if I was starstruck or what, but when I met Method Man, I was in awe. I would say that was just like
Yeah.
he's another one of my favorite rappers.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say those are the only two people really that I met so far. A lot of people are like just people, man.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. Where, just curious, where were you when you like met these artists?
When I met Method Man, it was in Buffalo, um,
Okay.
in a green room. He had a show in Buffalo,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I met Jay-Z, it was at a party. It was a private industry party in New York City.
Mm-hmm. I see.
So that was
Cool. No,
cool.
that's so cool to me. um when you're picking beats, like as an artist, it's kind of like sometimes you get like a beat pack and it's like skip, skip, skip. But what like sticks out to you when you're choosing your instrumentals? Or maybe while you're like working with your producer, what do you tell your producer? Like, what are you looking for usually in a beat?
I'm always looking for something that grabs my attention in the first few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't get me in the first few seconds, it's over with. But I'm always looking for a hard kick.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always need a hard kick. Sometimes a beat, like the sounds or the melody, will have me, and then the kick don't come in hard enough, and then it's over. So I'm always looking for a good something to grasp my attention in the beginning, and then a hard kick always.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah, no, that's I feel like a nice kick and a beat or instrumental, it really changes everything. um and then moving on, do you what's a bar or a verse you're like most proud of? I guess, do you have something in your like that's like in your head, like off the top of your head, that I know you've probably written a lot in the past,
Yeah.
decade or so, and I'm just curious, do you have anything that just sticks out or hits hard for you personally?
Yeah, I do actually. I would say of all the verses and all the songs, the thing that I don't want to say most proud of, but I'm very proud of is my verse on Conway's Won't He Do It song on his Won't He Do It album.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that because for me, when I did that, it became a good year for me just from that verse.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of like Complex. It was like verse, like one of the verses of the year in Complex that year. I feel like that verse really put a lot of people onto me around the world. And I feel like he let me get off crazy on that album. Like, I feel like I had a moment. It was a moment. That verse was a moment. So I would say that was probably the verse for me because a lot of people started to like, I got on a lot of people's radar from that verse.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I see. Um, do you have like a certain like favorite studio, like in general, or do you just like kind of recording wherever, like from home, or do you have like a kind of like a home base studio that you always see yourself going back to?
Yeah, I do have really I just like I'm good with recording anywhere. I have a setup in the crib, but I think that my favorite place is my engineer's house. It's just comfortable over there, and like he got his kids, they're just running around. It's just like
Yeah.
it's just at his house. I don't know, I think that's probably my favorite place because it's in the house. Like it's a professional studio, but it's in a home,
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
sometimes big studios are cold, like, they're not like welcoming or warm. But his house is, so it's nice over there.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Um, Yeah, the studio and the environment is really is something that like helps shape whatever you're making. And for me too, it like makes or breaks
Yeah.
you like from who you have in there to like what the environment is like. But outside of music, what keeps your creativity sharp? Like, do you have like favorite books, movies, any life
Um,
experiences, any other hobbies other than music that you like doing?
um, outside of music, I really, I really smoke weed, and I like going to nice restaurants.
Hmm.
I like going to art museums, looking at art, learning about art,
Yeah.
new art, and like being around being around kids, like in my family, helping them to learn and grow.
Mm.
Teaching kids because I feel like kids have like an eye that adults don't have, where like it's
Hmm.
like a different type of appreciation for things. So I'm inspired by that, by the questions that kids ask. So
Yeah.
I like to, spend time talking to kids, helping out in the community. I'm more like that type of person. Like I'll go serve some homeless people at a shelter, stuff like that is inspiring to me.
Yeah, definitely. You said you like nice restaurants. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, I would say my favorite
Or
meal.
cuisine.
Yeah, okay. So I like French food. I like French food,
Okay. Okay.
French cuisine to say. Yeah. I like French. And I like food from the islands, like Jamaican food,
Oh
Haitian
yeah.
food. Yeah.
Yeah. No, shout out Haitian food. uh, so you do have your label Broadband. Um, when you're like and you do have an artist now, but like what if you let's say you were looking for a new artist or something, what are you looking for in that artist in their art when if you're like kind of thinking about, oh, should have them part of the collective or sign them?
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking for people who are looking to move things forward, to push things forward. I'm looking to, be a part of the future. I'm always looking to for the future. So that's like, who's not stuck in trying to keep up with what's happening right now, and people who are looking to make their own wave, and that's not just their own fan base, but like their own sound, their own style, um, their own type of things that they talk about. I'm just
Hmm.
looking for quality. Like there's a quality level to it, but also like a forward futuristic thing to it too.
Yeah.
It's like I'm looking to bring the feeling of the past back, but with people who looking to move to the future.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good answer. I like that. Yeah, so we don't have any more really like questions left for you, but if you had like a little fun fact for your fans and just for the world, what do you have to say?
Fun facts. Fun facts. This is random. My favorite color is orange.
Oh yeah, no, I like the sweatshirt. I can't tell if is that red or orange.
This is orange. It's like a little burnt orange.
Oh yeah, no, my favorite color actually used to be orange too. I love like pumpkin.
What do you mean used to be? What happened?
I don't know. I kind of grew out of it. I went to like, I just really like dark red now. Dark red's probably my favorite color. But it's like different though. For clothes, I like black clothes, and then for like in general, it's like I don't know. It's a whole thing. But talking about clothes, what's your like? Are you into fashion and stuff? You do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no.
I just did a partnership with a university here, Buffalo State University. I actually graduated from there.
Yeah, wow.
I just did a partnership with the fashion department for this school year to build a style profile, be the client for the students there.
Cool.
I did Fashion Week. I walked in a show with my homeboy Truey. His brand is Don't Watch TV. I walked in his show earlier this year, so I'm definitely. Wow. I love clothes, to be honest. I don't like shopping for them, but I like looking at them and touching them and wearing them.
Yeah, no, definitely, me too. It's like another type of art.
For sure.
Yeah. Just kind of signing off here. I mean, I don't know if you have more time. I mean, I don't know how much time you have, but like just signing off, do you have anything for the world to know about you and your art?
No, not really. Just to stay tuned and I appreciate everybody who has been in tune so far and, stream and listen to and buy Self Love 3. Stream, listen to, and buy Desired Crowns. And 2026 is going to be amazing. I know that.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.